Hey everyone, so I am going to do a bridal look today. I just went ahead and put on my foundation with a wet cosmetic wedge, and I use Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse, and my color is Pure Beige. And the coverage with a wet sponge is pretty, with this particular foundation, is pretty sheer, but it evened out my skin tone a little bit. I think I need a little bit more here, and I'm gonna have to conceal under my eyes because this natural light really shows your imperfections well. So next I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, and I'm going to use Maybelline my Definer Brow, and this is the medium brown one. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm going to take Urban Decay Primer Potion in Sin. This is like holy grail for me, but I just love the sheen that it gives. So I think it'll be really pretty for bridal makeup. So for this look, I'm going to use the Coastal Scents 88 Warm palette. Looks like this. So on a little shadow brush, I'm going to pick a really nude color, just whatever matches your skin tone, and I'm going to place that all over the lid, really up to the brow. So the shade I chose was this one here. Okay, next I'm going to take a crease brush, and I'm going to take a dark matte brown, and I'm going to start working that into the crease. The brown I chose is this one here. And then obviously you can't do it like that, so I need to take a lighter matte brown. I'm going to choose this one here, and I'm going to start blending this all out. Same brush, I just wiped it off. So just really focusing in the crease for this look. I've pretty much left the lid bare. I'm going to go back to the first color that we put down all over the lid and start to blend out my eyebrow, and then start blending out this area here so you don't see any harsh lines. Okay, so that's like the base. Now I'm going to start building the intensity of the smoky eye, because this is going to be a really smoky bridal look. So I'm going to go back to that matte brown, and then I'm going to pick up a little teensy tiny bit of black mixed in with it, only a little bit though. And really focus right here. Since this look is mostly matte colors, you have to be really careful that your colors don't skip. So you need to really blend. And when you blend with mattes, it can lose some of the intensity, so you have to keep building and blending. So once you have it to your desired smokiness and intensity, I'm going to move down to the bottom lashes. I really want to have some definition to bring the eyes out. So I'm going to use a little fine detailer brush. This is from Real Techniques, and I'm actually going to wet it. I'm going to dip it in the dark brown that we've been using, and I'm going to smudge it right into my lash line about 3/4 of the way, and fade it as you get towards the middle here. So start with your most intensity here, and then just bring it in and fade it in. To diffuse that even further, I'm going to take a small little smudge brush, and I'm going to use the light brown that we were using to blend out all this transition here, and I'm just going to work it in. Okay, so now I have a little helper. So what I did was I used shadow to create a liner on this eye here, so I'll show you to do that. And then I also did white tight line on the bottom, white on the waterline, and then black in the tight line. I think the white, especially for bridal looks, it really makes the eyes pop and accentuates the eyes and not really the makeup so much. I just created a very small smoky line, concentrating more on the outer edge, pushing as much of the shadow as I can into the lash line. I chose to do shadow for liner instead of actual like liquid liner or pencil, because I notice when I wear a liquid liner for a long time and it's hot or humid, if I blink, it'll transfer to my crease. So I haven't noticed that with shadow. And then I'm going to set this with, and I can also use my Eve Pearl shadow sealer, but I'm going to set this with my Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. And again, I only did about 3/4 of the eye. That way the inner tear duct is left very open, leaving the eyes very big. I did a very teeny tiny slight wing, because if you add lashes to this look, you want to make sure, you know, that the liner is there to conceal any lines. So I think the eye makeup definitely needs a little bit of shimmer, but if your bride wants to stick with matte, this is perfect. But I'm going to add just a touch in the inner corners here, but here's what it looks like, just matte. So I'm going to add one of the shimmery whites. I wet my brush so it'll show up a lot better. I am going to choose, I think, this third one right there. Yeah. So it's very subtle, but I think it just adds a little bit of extra to focus the, just focus on the eyes, not the makeup. Brings out the tear ducts. Okay, now I'm going to put some concealer, and then I'll show you the blush and contouring and stuff. So for my contouring, I'm going to use the MARC Bronze Pro, and I'm going to use actually a little small skunk brush to really get in there. So I really want to focus on making my face as sculpted as I can while still looking natural. And then I'm going to go over all that just to blend it all in with a big fluffy brush. Just get rid of any harsh lines that you may have. But I want to keep the definition that we created. I have a terrible glasses stand. Okay, next I am going to do blush. And you want to pick something that's going to be long wearing so you can layer. You can do like a cream. I don't have any water. Oh yeah, I do. You can do a cream and then put powder on top. I am going to use my Amazonian clay blush in the color Blissful. It'd be kind of perfect for a wedding day. Quite blissful. So just a blush brush, and I'm really going to focus. I'm not going to stick it here because I don't want all that red that we worked so hard to get erased with our concealer and foundation. And just really feather it back. So right here, and then feather it back. And not too much either. You want it to be really subtle. Next I'm going to put a little highlight, and I am going to use Senna. It's an eye and face color, and this is in the color Lace, and it's so beautiful. Let me swatch it. It's like a rose gold color. It's really pretty. So I'm going to just use Real Techniques a contour brush. I love this for doing my highlighter. And then just very subtly here. And then a little teeny bit there. And then just run the extra here, here, here. but most of it I focus usually right on top of the cheekbone, because when you turn, it just really, you know, it's a really pretty lips. I would suggest some kind of stain for staying power. All I have for stains is a red, so what I'm going to do is fill in my lips with a lip liner and then add a lipstick. Next, in natural, and then I'm going to use Plank on top of that, which is actually my wedding day color, and it's kind of frosty, so I use it sparingly. And then you can do the whole blot and then reapply, so you get like extra sticking power. And then just to top it off, I'm going to take a tiny bit of the Senna highlight and put it right in the middle. Okay, so that is finished bridal look number 1. Pretty dramatic, smoky look, but not overpowering. If I wanted to make it way smoky, I would use black all around, like my tight line and waterline. And then I would use the darker color down here. Really smoked it out, darker in the crease. But I think brides, you want to be kind of timeless and classy and elegant, and a black smoky eye is really overwhelming on a wedding day, I think. Sometimes your eyes can be lost in pictures, especially from far away, so you want to make sure your eyes are as open and bright as possible. So other things I obviously would have done differently if I was doing this for wedding day were use a face primer, probably layered cream blush under my actual blush. Even though the Amazonian clay has a lot of sticking power, I would have layered blushes. Lashes, and make sure you're carrying your lash glue with you and tweezers to reapply them back on. I'm going to set my face with Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I just transferred in this bottle here. Or you can use, I did a review on the Ben Knife Vinyl Seal. And lastly, I would set the whole face with translucent powder and the under eyes with like a mineral concealer or powder flage or something to really make sure your concealer is not going to slip and slide all over your face all day. That is it. Let me know if you guys like this. If you want me to continue to do bridal looks, I can do like a really shimmery look. I can do, what else did I say, a really natural look, because this is kind of dramatic a little bit. But yes, and my own bridal look too. Okay, let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you later. Bye.